Hey everybody, Luke back once again with today's quick news of the day, where we break down the biggest news stories in the world of gaming happening right now. Today's story is how Amazon, Google, and Microsoft are desperately trying to buy video game studios as they look to expand more into video games. We're going to break down what's happening, let you know everything you need to know in just a few minutes about this story. First though, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We have gaming news, gaming deals, walkthroughs, how-tos, and more, all in this brand new channel we're launching and trying to grow. Also, check out my other channel, link in the show notes, where we cover the wide world outside of gaming. I really would appreciate your support as we grow. All right, so let's dive into this. Let's take a look at the news. According to a report that broke on VideoGamingChronicle.com, Brad Sams from BWW Media Group has broke the news that Microsoft, Amazon, and Google are actively seeking to acquire other gaming studios to expand their gaming footprint. Now, not big news on Microsoft's side. They've been doing this for a long time. Probably about 20 years now they've been looking at buying up companies, and at one point even try to buy Nintendo. But Amazon and Google are really looking to expand into this, and that comes from the fact that the pandemic has really changed a lot of businesses, but video games have continued to outperform other sectors as they look pretty much pandemic resistant, we'll call it. And so Google, with their new Google Game Console, Amazon, and others are continuously looking to expand into these platforms and areas. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But according to the report, they are actively talking with many studios that produce video games out there, though they weren't named. Sony is also reportedly talking to game studios, but they weren't as clear on or as aggressive trying to get deals like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google are. It seems that those are the three big ones. Now, what does this mean for gaming? Well, it could mean that we will continue to see smaller and mid-sized game studios be bought up into the bigger conglomerates of Microsoft, Amazon, and Google as they expand their footprints. Now, we've seen this before. EA is probably the most well-known doing this, buying up a ton of studios. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of people, though, do feel that when these smaller studios are bought up, you lose the creativity, you lose the uniqueness of a Westwood Studios being combined into EA, for example. But other times, like Microsoft buying Bungie, ended up with Halo. So it really does depend. I know it can be very scary when your favorite game studio gets purchased. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But very clearly, a lot of big names have turned their eyes once again to video games. Now, this isn't the 1980s or 1990s where we have a bunch of startups trying to make video games a legitimate industry. We've known for over 20 years now that video games are very much a legitimate form of entertainment and as a business model to make money. What we're seeing now, though, is an effort from big companies like Amazon and Google, who traditionally aren't known for their video game side of their business, looking to make that a bigger part of their business. We'll see. I'm sure Google not only wants to get games for their new gaming console, but also for their Android devices, tablets, and more. Trying to bring video games to smartphones is a very profitable industry right now, and Google could be looking at doing that as much as they are looking to pick up big A-list titles for their gaming console with their traditional living room gaming experience. They may be looking to pick up some smaller gaming studios that make mobile games. That's probably one of the big areas that all three of these companies are desperately trying to look to grow in. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Like we've talked about in the past, sometimes these work out and are really great for gamers, and sometimes they won't. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. But let me know what you think. Are you excited to see Microsoft, Amazon, and Google get more into video games? Which is funny because Microsoft has Xbox, but more in the side of being the developer, making more first-party titles. Let me know what you think. I'll love to hear from you. And until next time, take care, everybody. Don't forget to check out my other studio or channel here, and hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here.